Welcome to the vlog of choice. Starting in Cebu, where we met Clark, who we haven't seen for a reasonable amount of time. And that'll be the end of Thomas's script that he gave us. We then went to Mobile to watch sardines run. Can sardines run, can't they? We're at the end of our Philippines holiday. Part of your holiday.
My holiday.
Part of travels.
Yes. You asked us to do this.
Like the script said, we met in Cebu.
Yep. Well, eventually in Cebu.
After Claire's absolute nightmare of a journey here with delay and then a missed flight and then Palava, but we got there.
Meant to land at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on the Friday and I landed at 5 o'clock in the morning on the Saturday, so only 10 hours, no,
compensation incoming.
14 hours late.
We got a taxi van, it was a car wasn't it, to Mobile. We also went to the dog sanctuary.
Oh yeah.
We went to the dog sanctuary where some puppies nearly came home, but they didn't.
They did, yes.
It was really good to see. It was really nice seeing the photos of how the dogs were when they rescued them, and then what they're like now.
I know.
And there were cats too.
There were, so I was in my element. Yes. Well, I didn't get to hold any cats, but I got to say hi, so that was good enough.
After Mogul, we went round to Oslo, which I can now pronounce.
Oslo. Yeah, we had all sorts of variations on Oslo until we got there.
Oslo, where we went scuba diving, Claire's first ever scuba dive, and we saw whale sharks, which was sensational.
Amazing.
There is quite a lot of controversy around that specific whale shark experience because, well, when we were looking up, the snorkelling part just looked so chaotic and busy, and
it's like a circle of boats and just people clinging on and trying to swim with them, and it was just, it was.
So it was nicer, and it felt way less intrusive being down, watching the whale sharks, and they were just coming like right over your head, and it was so
amazing. A good first scuba experience.
Yeah. Amazing. After Oslo, we got the ferry over to Panglao, which is part of Bohol. It's part of Bohol Island.
Like a 2-hour ferry. We went to the Tarsier Sanctuary.
That's right, the nice one.
Yeah, the good one. The one where they're actually looked after.
Yeah, on a river cruise for lunch, which was really cool. The food was amazing.
Yeah, it's so good. Like a big buffet.
And locals do a small performance. Which was cool. And after that we went to the bee sanctuary.
And there were no bees.
Where there were no bees. Thomas was very upset about that.
He'd been so excited about going to the bee sanctuary.
No bees.
And then there were no bees. But we did get really good ice cream, so that was good.
And we both bought some soap.
We did.
And I bought conditioner for my hair. We went to swim in a cave. We did the cave. But the cave was really cool to swim in, and we were absolutely melted, so it was nice to cool down.
We went on a snorkeling
boat trip
when we saw dolphins, and then we went over to this little island and they took us out snorkeling to a couple of places, and we saw loads and loads of fish, and then did see turtles, but that was a bit crowded again.
Yeah, at the end there was one turtle. That was cool.
And I got a bit complacent that day and got quite sunburned.
Oh yeah.
So now I have an X on my back, so every time Thomas sees my back, he like does the X-Men sign, because I have like a white X on my back from my sunburn.
Funny. Travel day was like the longest travel day in the history of the land.
It was a long day.
We were in a tuk-tuk to the ferry port. Arrived at the ferry port, all fine. Sitting, the ferry was due to leave at 8 o'clock and it was maybe 10 to 8. And then Thomas and Claire asked one of like the security people.
Yeah, he was just wandering around talking to people.
Sort of, where do we go for the ferry? And then he just casually said, it's cancelled.
Something wrong with the boat, and we were like, alright, okay.
So then that resulted, the next ferry was at 20 past 8, but obviously, as logic wins all of these things, I ran along the road to try and get a refund on the original tickets, but I couldn't do that because we bought them online. And then I had to go to another shop to buy the new tickets. There was a queue and she wanted my passports, all of our passports, and I was like, I don't have the passports, let me write down the names. And then she eventually did. But while she was trying to get my passports, she kept telling me to hurry up. And I was like, I can't hurry up without your help. Anyway, and then I jumped on the back of a man's moped and gave him like 30 soles or something.
Soles, pesos.
Pesos, sorry. What my currency messed up. Pesos. And we drove back to the ferry port, ran around a bit, and got on the ferry.
We managed to get on the 20 past 8 ferry by some sort of miracle.
Lovely. Then there was a taxi, had some brunch, another taxi to the airport in Cebu, flew from Cebu to Puerto Princesa where we got front row seats.
We did get front row seats.
Sensational.
That was nice. Extra leg room. And then a 6 hour, oh my goodness. I don't even know how to describe the 6 hour van journey from Puerto Princesa Airport to El Nido.
You know when you're playing Simpsons Hit and Run and you're trying to drive down the street carefully without crashing into anything, and then it was like Simpsons Hit and Run.
Yeah, there's like 3 lanes on each side, but they don't even stick to their side of the road, even if the whole their side of the road is empty.
It's like they choose the wrong side anyway.
It made it chaotic.
And then sneaky van driver tried to drop us off in a car park in the dark, not at our hotel. And I was like, this has happened to me before and in Cambodia, and it will not happen again. So
yeah, we'd paid to get to our hotel and we're like 2.5 kilometres from our hotel.
So I stomped out and I argued with him for between 5 and 10 minutes.
At 10:30 at night after being travelling for like
since 6 o'clock
16 hours, yeah.
And eventually caved. Victory. So then we had another, we arrived in El Nido, that's where we were going, north of Palawan. Had a chilled out day, went to the gym, ate some food, drank some coffee, and then the next day we hired a motorbike, or mopeds, bikes, went to a couple of beaches. I didn't fall. Claire had her first
Yes, my first turn. Thomas is a great teacher.
I have a feeling our flight might be, because lots of people have just stood up to move. Thomas is about to check. We went on Big Dream Boatman.
Yes, Big Dream Boatman. Oh,
It's not.
what to tell you about Big Dream Boatman. So good.
I know.
The day after we got off the boat trip,
We went shipwreck scuba diving, which was super cool.
oh amazing. So I did like a proper discovery dive, which I hadn't done the last time. I'd been a case of just getting in the water last time, but this time I got more instructions, so that was fun.
Yeah. Right, I feel like we better go make sure we don't miss our flight. I wonder if he's written a script for how we're supposed to end it. El Nido, mopeds to beaches, clerk had a shot, boat trip, illness and beaches and fish, Coron and scuba. All the beaches are good, food, coffee, etc, etc. Bless you. That's the input from Tim Tam. Thank you for coming to the vlog of choice. Peace out.
It was nice to join.
Do you have anything to add?
Nothing to add. Thank you.